Hey y'all, how's it going? It's your girl Cheyenne, and you are tuned in into Side Speaks, the podcast, where I talk about whatever I want to talk about, and y'all just listen. Duh. It's so funny to me because I just went to show my mama my mic because, this catches everything. This road catches everything. So she's watching TV. I was like, Mom, can you turn it down a little bit? And she seen the mic. What is that? Why? Why do people associate a camera and a microphone, they compare it to it as if it's a gun? It's a microphone, okay? What is that? Parents are so dramatic. But anyway, how are y'all doing? It's your girl Shy, and as you guys can see, new hairstyle. Who this? Y'all know that. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. But I just came here to let y'all know there's no reason why you felt like I wasn't gonna have a new hairstyle the next episode. But how have y'all been doing? I've been doing great. I just came back from Houston like 2, 3 weeks ago, and the vacation was well needed. I had a ball. Okay, this is like my second time going to Houston. I have a piece of hair on my face. This is my second time going to Houston, and every time I go with a friend group. I feel like it's best to go to certain cities with friend groups because it's just more fun. Like, you literally get to bond with people that you know, experience fun, be drunk with people. If you never went out of town with friend group, just do it, you know. But have a mixture of boys and girls, not just girls, because you heard about the little theory of you go out of town with your female friends in Miami, and y'all end up coming back to the city or wherever y'all stay, and y'all fall out. I feel like that's really true, but it all depends, you know. If you was gonna fall out of town, you was gonna fall out in general, okay? Today is Wednesday, March the, let's see, I got my iPad right here, y'all, because I ain't trying to get off topic. It is Wednesday the 18th, and normally this is a day that I go to work, but I'm off. Somebody picked up my shift, and I'm completely fine with that. Y'all, I do not like my job. I hate it, okay? The only thing I like about it is it pays, okay? It pays. It pays, and I can finance my business, my girl needs like maintenance and other things that I need to pay for as far as like credit card bills, phone bills, all of that. The reason why I say I don't like my job is they have the worst type of communication. For one, let's start there. They don't even respond to emails when there's a problem. I recently had to write up a supervisor from first shift. I don't even work first shift, y'all. I work second shift. So for me to write up a supervisor and I'm not even a manager, that should tell you a lot. People just be doing too much. I don't like a job that feels like high school. We need to go to work, get our money, and go home. You shouldn't be asking me about nothing that don't concern you and that has nothing to do with the things that I'm doing for the day. Okay? Like, stop it. Okay? But regardless of that, I'm gonna thug it out till I get something better. You know, still grateful and blessed that I have a job because this economy is something else or whatever. Yeah, but we gonna thug it out. We gonna make it through with the will of God. We can make whatever we want to happen. So, as you guys can see by the title is Selfish or Self-Respect? Why women who choose themselves win. So I want to talk about this topic because I kind of lost myself when I started working. Like, when you give yourself to a job and you work full time, you start to notice your womanly routine starts to finish slowly and slowly and slowly. Y'all forgive me, my accent been popping out lately. I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm really becoming more of myself and who I'm supposed to be. So I can't control that, okay? And it's hard to hide it too, okay? So I just let it roll, whatever. You feel me? Okay. I was speaking to this guy the other day, and he was basically asking me like, do I have any kids? And I was like, no, I don't have kids, but I do have nieces and nephews because I'm big TT over here. My brothers had all the children, and that's fine with me. You know, I love my babies. Those are my babies, even though they made them. They're my babies. To piggyback on what he said, he asked me, did I have kids? I said no. His immediate response was, you're selfish. You only think about yourself. Why, when women choose to do stuff that they want to do and not do it for others, we become selfish. Why do we have to obey by the rules of society and what else is going on in the environments that we choose to live in? Yes, I see a lot of people have children. Yes, I see a lot of baby mama, baby dad drama. Okay, do I want to be a part of it? No, very much not fond of it. I feel like you not having a kid as a woman, I feel like you got away. Okay, and I'm not saying it is in a sense of, okay, just because I have a kid, that means that my life is bad or I'm gonna make it the right thing. No, a kid is a blessing if you have the money to afford it and obtain it. It's a burden if it's not. And let's just be 100. People want to make it so they want to make it so comfortable and cool and all of that. Baby, you can't even afford taking care of yourself. Half of the time, you don't even be having enough tissue in your bathroom to wipe your ass and wash up. You got a little piece of soap in the shower to wash up, and you talking about you finna have a baby. Now, you chose to lay down and do what you have to do. If you got to do what you got to do and you ain't got the money, babe, go ahead and do it. Okay? Because you mean to tell me you trying to take care of yourself, barely can take care of yourself, barely can feed yourself, and you finna bring another child in this world? And because I don't want to bring a child in this world, and I'm playing it safe and playing my cards right, I'm selfish? Listen, I know as you get older, you may think, you want to start your village, you want to, you want to keep your dynamic going of who you are. But it be people out here saying they want to have more kids. You ain't got a job. Like, your priorities are fucked up. Let's really talk about it. Your priorities are fucked up. Why you want to keep having children that you got to watch? Because ain't nobody going to watch your kids, okay? Stop thinking that, oh, yeah, I know you got a baby. I'll watch them if you need to. People got their own lives as well. What makes you think somebody's finna jump off a bridge and grab your baby whenever you want it? Once you create another human being, it is your responsibility to take care of that human being. And I don't care what you say. It's not easy. I see it all the time. People be stressed out, and when, like, they ask me questions like, as for example, females ask me questions at work that, like, you got kids, Cheyenne? And I'll tell them, like, no, I have no kids. Say, girl, keep holding on. Keep holding on strong, babe. And I'm just like, dang, for real? They're just like, it's just like you can't really enjoy your life when you have a baby. Your life slows down. You have to focus on yourself. You got to do what you got to do. And it's just like, it ain't going to always be somebody right there to babysit your children. You got to sacrifice. It's more of a sacrifice. So you mean to tell me you got to sacrifice at work? You got to come home from work. You got to sacrifice because you got a baby. You got to cook for yourself. You got to cook for your baby. You got to wash up for your baby. Do you even have time to breathe? As a person that's overstimulated and has ADHD, me, I can't do it. I love my nieces and nephews. Even the freshly born one, the baby. I love smelling on her feet. But when she gets a crying baby, I can't handle it. You gotta know when something isn't for you. And just really come to the terms of reality, like, this is something that I can't settle for. And it's okay, but that's being true to yourself because you know what you want. And you don't want to walk around this world and then you be thinking to yourself, like, damn, why did I make this decision? I didn't think about it. Because once you had a baby, you can't put it back in your coochie. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. Like, it is a wrap, okay? Now, this is my opening, even though I opened really strong. People love calling women selfish the moment we start over giving. But what if being selfish is actually why some women are winning? You gotta be selfish and focus on yourself. If I woke up and I gave myself to the world and didn't give nothing to myself, what would that benefit to me? Huh? It wouldn't. It wouldn't. What does selfish really mean to you? Okay? Because you will tell a person no and they'll call you selfish. I feel like that's having boundaries. You don't got to always be a yes girl. You don't always got to be a yes man. Yes ma'am? The fuck? No, you don't got to do that. For what? I feel like more than likely, more than times, we give a person a no as an answer and they always want to question it. Why you want to question my no, but you wouldn't question my yes if I said yes to what you were trying to ask me? If I said no, that's enough. But if I said yes, it'll be like score. If I said no, it's no. I don't got to over explain myself on why I said no. I came to the conclusion that I wanted to tell you no, and that's what I did. I used to feel guilty for telling people no because I feel like growing up, I was always the yes girl, always helping out, always being there, always being available. But when you get older, that shit drains the fuck out of you. That shit drains the fuck out of you. Always being there, always to answer the call, always to answer the text, always to be available, always to show up. And then you get home and you're so drained. You don't have no time for yourself. And then what that creates? Angriness. It creates doubt. It creates a lot of things. Because it's just like, I just gave all of my time to this when I could have just said no. Now it's regret. Now you mad. This is the honest truth. I see this all the time. People call you selfish when you start putting them last. And that's 100. That's 100. When you always show up for people and you can't show up for them that one little time. Oh, you selfish. Oh, you acting funny. Oh, you acting weird. How am I acting weird, boo? You know I got a life too, boo. You know I work a job too, boo. So how I'm being selfish? No, cause you gotta show up for yourself, babe. You ask for my assistance, I helped, but that don't mean I'm always gonna be there for you all the time. You need to know that showing up for yourself should be the first thing you do. The first thing you do. Not the last, not the second, the first thing you do. The last thing you should do is to ask somebody for help. Because that shouldn't be your first resort. I think people don't understand that when it comes to stuff like that at all. Like, be so for real. And I feel like as growing up, women are trained to overgive. Like, oh, you're nurturing, you're a woman, you're supposed to do this, yada, yada, yada. Always be available, always be forgiving, always be nurturing. You're just supposed to be feminine. Yes, you're supposed to be feminine, but girl, you need to have boundaries too. And don't feel guilty for saying no. Because what are you being guilty about saying no? Yeah, like, I feel like when it came to me in these couple amounts of months, like, I can't do everything. If I go to work, I go to work. I be tired. I gotta cook. I gotta do this. I'm the manager of this whole social media thing that I got going on for years. And I've been on social media for like 7, 8 years now. I'm the manager. I'm the creative director. I'm the editor. I'm the short maker. I'm the description, the title. I'm doing all of this. So it got to a point where it's like, I need to remove a couple things, go down on a couple things, and lock in back to things that I was doing way before I got distracted. Okay, you got to be 100 with yourself, boo. You got to. So a point where it's like, you feel bad for choosing yourself when you always help people. And it shouldn't feel like that. That sounds like a trauma type of thing. Like, why do you feel bad for telling the person no? Like, for example, like, I think I told my mom no about something, and I felt so bad. I was like, because I feel like you grow up as a child and you never supposed to tell your parents no. As a little kid. But when you get older and you know yourself and you don't want to do nothing, and it's not a part of your routine or what you can't fathom, or you do have and you don't have the capacity to do, you can say no. And I feel like I had to just practice saying no a lot, cause now I'm more comfortable with it. Like, no, I can't show up for you today. I'm off. Yeah. And then another thing with me too is I can't always just have time and then just be giving it away to everything. I can't do that. Like, like I really got to scale this out the right way. I started moving different. I give less access to people like I used to. And it's not a bad thing. Nobody's did nothing wrong to me. Nobody's did nothing. It's just with me having a busy schedule, having ADHD, and not having time for myself barely. It puts me in a position of, dang, it's like I'm in a box. It's like I'm in a box, like boom, 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 dang. And then when it comes to my job, I be having to adapt to certain things there too. You know, it's not easy. So I had to remove some things, give less access to some things because I needed to give more to myself. Okay. And if I wasn't giving more to myself, I was going to lose myself. And baby, I'm not losing myself. I ain't got time for that. So less access and more boundaries is what I had to do. I didn't have energy for a lot of things. Like when I tell y'all I had really dark bags under my eyes for the longest, and I'm just like, dang, I gotta get it together. I need to start taking naps. The other day I took a nap and I felt great. Then I went back to sleep. As adults, we have so much to do. We can't just feel like we can get it done in a day. We gotta space that shit out, babe. We gotta space that shit out, mamas. Okay, because we is one person. We is not robots. Thank you. And my time is very limited and it's very valuable. So get with the program and get lost, boo. All right. But how I feel about it is selfish women have standards. They know what they want. They know that they aren't going to keep wasting time on things that don't matter. We don't chase. We don't force connections. And then we don't stay in connections that don't seem like they're meant to be. You know, because that's wasting time. It's like, what are you here for? You know, you go to the grocery store for groceries, right? You go to the gym to work out, right? So everything you do has to have a purpose, or you just doing anything. And I don't accept the bare minimum. You know, just because you're giving something doesn't mean you have to accept it. You have the right to speak on anything that you don't like. And if it's a problem, whoop-de-doo. I don't know. I really don't know. A selfish woman doesn't beg, she decides. Do you hear me? She decides what she's going to do from that standpoint of what she feel like she has to do. Oh, this isn't for me. What am I next move and what I'm going to do? Okay? And being selfish is good because you have more peace, you have more control, and your self-worth is more higher. You got my notes, okay? I've been writing. And you have more control over your life. The less I needed people, the better they treated me. When you can show up for yourself and you don't need people and you can just come through, they don't need you. Treat you better. The less I needed people, the better they treated me. Okay? Because that means you can hold your own, you know? Every time you call, they don't think that, oh, she always needs something. She always woo. That is a burden to a person as well. Don't keep calling somebody's phone that got their own shit going on, ma'am. Okay? Feeling drained, hydrated skin. What else? A peace of mind. And it's not just about money or men. Like, you feel me? Like, I want y'all to say that. I want y'all to understand that. Like, it is not just about the other species. That's the opposite of a woman. It's not about y'all, okay? When you are selfish, you gotta really tell yourself, what am I doing? What am I doing? What is going on? What are we getting to a point of? Because I feel like people really waste your time just because they ain't really, like, you know, everybody lives their own little life or whatever. Yeah, my hair is bothering me. I know y'all keep seeing me saying it, but like, this is Dreamweaver hair. And like, this the last week I'm wearing this joint, okay? It is what it is. But being a selfish woman doesn't make me lose anything. It showed me what wasn't worth keeping. When you give and give and give, you start to notice like, okay, let me back. Okay, a lot of things aren't worth giving to. The same energy that you give to things that aren't worth your time, give it to yourself, boo. And I promise you, your life is gonna be different and it's gonna change. Okay? Yeah, y'all. I think that's all I had to talk about. It's your girl Shot Speaks. I just had me a little deep thought moment for a second. It's your girl Shot Speaks. You're watching the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to speak about more topics like this, please leave a comment below. Make sure y'all subscribe to this video. This channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. Make sure y'all like this video and make sure y'all comment. What is it, March? St. Patrick's Day just ended, but I want to know that y'all got to the end of the video. So drop me a green heart or a green clove. Is it that called? A green 4-leaf clover. Yes. Or if not anything green, because y'all know green is my favorite color. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll speak to you guys on my next episode of Tribe Speaks Podcast. And y'all, I'm so irritated. Do y'all hear how this accent keeps slipping out? Sorry. That's why I've been trying to work with it. It's hard, okay? It's your girl Shy Speaks the podcast. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you guys on my next video. I just came here to let y'all know